So, is this the time to finally buy Bitcoin or not? First off, read this disclaimer carefully. Then do your good deed of the day by liking and subscribing. So, here we have Bitcoin 17% from the lows, minus 70% away from the highs. Here is Bitcoin.org. Bitcoin is an innovative payment network and a new kind of money. Yeah. Let's look at the charts. We are seeing a rally this week. We were goofing out around these lows here, testing horizontal support. A lot of times, that is pretty darn dangerous. We are now butting right into the purple 20-week moving average. It is a resistance level. It's not like a huge. Oh, here we have the blue 100-day moving average. That one is a lot more ominous because it is so shortable. Look at how easy it is to short that moving average. I guarantee you, there's a bunch of people with short positions. The situation is, however, different this time because 1, 2, 3 ish, 4 times we are testing this moving average in a row. So we don't have a breakout yet, but if I was short Bitcoin, I would not like to see this kind of pressure. It is, however, very important for the bulls to smash through now, because if the bulls fail now, then we can really see panic, because if there's not demand above that moving average at these low levels, then there is some meaningful downside for Bitcoin, for sure. Yeah, looking at these other indicators, RSI, PPO, we are still at relatively low levels on the weeklies, on the dailies. What is a bit dangerous about the recent rally is that we are a bit elevated. We see that previous rallies we failed here on this RSI, here as well. So this RSI level, it's not ideal. So the context of RSI and purple PPO, uh, when we are below such an important resistance level, yeah, I write 100 daily moving average resistance -4 to the bears, but I do respect the tenacity of the bulls. Uh, what we saw, however, on daily RSI was a bit dangerous, not the type of stuff you want to see. But I do think the bulls can pull something off, but they are really running out of time. Let's look at the seasonality. So to the right, yeah, we usually have a bit more strength into early November, but then we see weakness into early December. Looking to the left, we have over the last 5 years seen strong October followed by bad November and December. Not what we want to see. Over the last 9 years, from October into January, seasonality deteriorates, but November is strong, average 9% gain, and 63% of the time we close higher than we open. The bulls get a 2 here. I like some of the things I saw, but it's a bit noisy. I'm going to jump over fundamentals because there's no tradable fundamentals for Bitcoin. Let's look at relative performance. Long term, there's 85% strong positive correlation with S&P 500, 90% with Ethereum, -34% with the dollar index, 15% with the 10-year yield. Short term, 62% S&P 500, 67% with Ethereum, minus 72% with the dollar index, and minus 53% with the 10-year yield. So the strongest correlation we got was with Ethereum, which is not the biggest shock in the world. Let's look at the Ethereum chart. Yeah, we start with the weeklies. Yeah, from the red 200 week moving average, we have a strong authoritative rally this week, smashing through the purple 20 week moving average. This is good. Yeah, on the daily data points, smashing through the blue 100-day moving average. So all in all, this is good stuff. The red 200-day moving average is right above us. It's certainly going to offer some resistance, but as long as we are able to use the blue 100-day as a support level, if we were to pull back a bit, then it's not really a big deal. But we don't want to see a situation where the 200-day begins to dominate, because it is moving downward quite sharply. So it will be able to push us below the 100 daily moving average if we start to get stuck beneath it. But yeah, we have to go all the way back here to March of this year and April to see us playing with the red 200-day moving average. So this is a big time for Ethereum. Let's look a bit at RSI and the PPOs. Yeah, we are approaching a territory where previous rallies have failed. Looking at the dailies, yeah, we are rather overbought here. But if we pull back now, as long as we use that blue 100-day as support, it's not a big deal. But we are overbought. Now I am comparing Bitcoin with Ethereum. We are at a long-term support level in this pair, but support levels can certainly fail when they are tested one too many times. So let's just look at the seasonality, because this is quite the serious test here. Yeah, Bitcoin has a strong tendency to outperform Ethereum into early December. I will give the bulls a 6 on relative performance. We end up with a 1.3 for the bulls, but with the caveat that we are at 100 daily moving average resistance. Given some of the other data we found, there is a possibility now of the bulls actually breaking through resistance and triggering also a bit of a short squeeze. But they don't have many days left to prove it. We have seen that Ethereum proved that they could do that. So Bitcoin just has to follow suit. We have some time left. Let's run through some charts. Let's look at ARC. It's been some time since it captured the spotlight, and it's quite in the dark still. This is a struggling chart. Yeah, some rally as of late, but it's just a big mess really for this ETF. And I prefer to avoid noisy charts. Let's look at this one. What? Okay, I'm not sure. SPSE, Virgin Galactic. I'm a big fan of space exploration. Been reading all kinds of fiction and non-fiction. Um, this stock is very far from orbit. Very much looks like a submarine. Now let's go to the dailies. You can see here that the big problem for the bulls is the purple 20-day moving average. The bears, they just come back to short. They short, they short, and they short. As long as that resistance is in play, it's simply too easy for the bears. However, if nobody turn bullish until that resistance is broken, then the resistance will not be broken, because for anything to go up in the market, we need more buyers than sellers. So yeah, that's just the way it works. I analyzed the curiosity stream way back. Um, this stock is still struggling. It's really struggling. Let's go to the dailies. Here again, that persistent, unapologetic purple 20-day moving average. The bears, they short. They short and they short. Ay, ay, ay. Let's have a bit of a look at Matson. This is no, it is. Here is Matson. It's a shipping company. I analyzed it some well, quite a few months ago. Yeah, resistance from the purple 20-week moving average, and yeah, the blue 100-day moving average is a short. Oops, okay, and short level. So yeah, that's Matson. So you know where to short, and you also know where, if we do get a breakout, there will be a bit of a short squeeze. Let's look at Teladoc, also a stock I have analyzed in depth in the past. Yeah, very far from the highs. This is just a very messy chart. We are seeing some strength. Let's go to the dailies. Yeah, so we cleared the green 50-day moving average. It seems like the blue 100-day has defined the downtrend to a large extent. So getting above that one would be, the big one. Here is a digital world acquisition, another stock I analyzed in depth in the past. Certainly gone down a lot. There's been a lot of controversy around it. We've also seen that there's way more competition now in this social media space. I mean, competition in terms of making alternatives, more ideological alternatives to what's been around. And that is reflected clearly in this chart. Looking at the dailies, we are at a low level, horizontal support. So small news about this this one could result in big gains. Just to go up here is 20%, up here 47-ish%. But yeah, this is more of a gambling stock at this point. Here is a Stitch Fix, was up a lot in 2021, very bullish. Then everything went out the window. Yeah, so yeah, the bears are just smashing this stock. Looking at the dailies on the topic of the purple 20-day moving average, you can see that it was short, but now we are picking up above that moving average. So this is interesting. The last time we had a bit of a peekaboo above the 20-day moving average, we rallied 58%. So that's interesting. So yeah, this is a speculative play. Um, Clearly, it's not doing that well, but just recovering a small portion of the loss would result in very big gains for the bulls. So yeah, we have looked at Bitcoin and a bunch of other stuff. All in all, we do have interesting times in the market. There's rallies, there are sell-offs, and there is the old phenomenon that the big rallies can turn into sell-offs. and the big sell-offs into rallies due to rotations. So that is something that we need to keep our eye on very closely, because rotations can result in pretty substantial benefits. Because you can, on the one hand, be short those that people rotate out of, simultaneously as you are long those they rotate into, and then you can have a long short portfolio that actually profits in both directions and is market neutral.